It gives me immense pleasure to be with you all today because I always appreciate the efforts of Dr. Mangesh, Dr. Amit, and E.I. Shala to propagate our own ancient science along with the technical support or along with the advanced available techniques in the with the practical applicability in the practice. And that is my dream too. I wish each and every Ayurveda practitioner should learn the new technologies and new techniques and apply it with our own Ayurveda wisdom and start up with the specialized clinic. Today's my topic is menopause. I just remember, say about 20 years back, we used to run specialized menopause clinic at Juhu along with Dr. Rama Vaidya. She's reproductive endocrinologist, and we formed under Madam's guidance. It was Madam's concept, and as she's chief of menopause society also, she started up with the idea of Maitreyi, and that Maitreyi, 10 to 15 doctors together used to work for menopause clinic. The name was also very nice, Maitreyi, the wise woman. And I always think after the menopause, during the menopause, or the phase of the menopause, the woman is becoming wiser and wiser. So that Maitri concept was really nice as we used to have thorough checkup of women of 35 to 45 or 50 up to 50 even age group, nutritionist, dietitian, endocrinologist, gynecologist, oncologist, and even counselor, psychological or emotional counselor, and Ayurvedic doctor. The team of all these doctors used to work for whole day. It was specific day managed by Spark those days at Juhu, and we used to examine each group of women, perimenopausal, premenopausal, or menopausal age group. And we used to guide them, educate them. We used to have brunch together. Even investigation part was taken care. And really, that Maitri has itched my memories for a longer duration because I learned a lot for these super specialty clinics. And now I've started applying it at Srucha, Thane, as the specialized clinic for menopause in a different way. Let us see how. See, today I'll be sharing all my practical experiences and practical tips rather than going into the text references. But definitely, text to practice is my near to heart theme. So I'll be giving the references, but only touching the references and will moving ahead with the practical tips that those tips will be beneficial for you in your clinical practice. Always we think menopause as a problem, but why? When we accept sunrise happily, positively, we should accept the sunset too, and that is equally beautiful. Even during the menarche, there are many problems like menorrhagia, dysmenorrhea, different anovulatory cyclical related problems. But we don't discuss more about the menarche, but focus about menopausal problems as menopause has that glory that can affect the woman's life, which is the most productive life these days. As I have observed, many of the women starts their career, starts their life at 40s or 50s because before that, all the things they are like tied up, and rather than the emptiness syndrome, nowadays in this era, this 20s, 20 year, we are more focused on the challenges. So the sunset should be equally important as Nowadays, we get more years after the menopause, and we should add the life to those years. And being Ayurvedic gynecologists, we have specialized role in that. See, according to Ayurveda, it's Rajo Nivrutti, Tadvarshat Dvadashat Urdhvam Yati Panchashata Shayam. Rasaja Rasravati Streham, Raja, Artava, Asruga, Rakta. Different like words used for the same one, the one uh, 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 thing which explained as menstrual cycle or menses, but Ayurveda expresses in a different manner with the different references. See, Rajo Nivrutti is stopping of the menses, and our texts have wisely explained it that after near about the 50 years it stops, but that also related with our Rasaja Bhav, that Rasaja Bhav which develops in the girl when that girl is in womb of woman, of her mother. So that Rasaja Bhav, which is related with the pregnant woman's dietary conditions, dietary habits, and the uterine intrauterine environment, definitely had seeds of whole of the menstrual cycle, whole of the menstrual and reproductive years of her life. But again, the menopausal age also related with that. So we need to focus on all phases of the life of woman when we are dealing with the menopause. So pre-rehabilitation concept, just remember this word. We'll be applying this word afterwards when I'll be discussing it in the practical ability of the menopausal clinic. Just write it down, register, note it in your brains. Pre-rehabilitation. Menopause is taken care even at the age of menarche. So we need to educate the woman thoroughly for at least for future generations. And this is unavoidable change for every woman. Nivrutti is unavoidable, but we should welcome it with new zeal, zest, and add life to the years of the remaining year of the woman. So, what is exactly menopause? Permanent cessation of the primary function of the ovaries, and according to Ayurvedic reference, it is related with the Rasaja Bhav, Rasa Dosha, Rasa Dhatu, and expression of the further nurturing, of the further management or further absorption of the micronutrients or the dhatu or the basic component of the woman's life. When it happens, so that age is determined by genetically, environmental factors and dietary habit and the emotional status of the woman. See, when we think point wise, when it happens, we need to understand the Ayurvedic point of view. We need to relate with the Ayurvedic wisdom each and every step, each and every point, because when we are thinking or dealing with a patient of menopausal age, I do remember a simple dietary habit of taking milk. When my patients are habitual taking milk in a larger amount, I observe, this is my observational study, that patient get regular cycle for longer duration. So again, there is the second point here. Can we manipulate the age of menopause, or can we advise something when we need to stop the menses when the other problems are occurring? See, according to Ayurvedic gynecology, or as an Ayurvedic gynecologist, I always think this is a chance. Menopause is sometimes a chance to get rid of some of the diseases. How? When patient is suffering from menorrhagia, she has a fibroid, she has hyperplasia, she has a thick endometrium, we always need to relate with her Prakruti, Sattva, Satimya and Saratva and Sahanatva. Because when we look into the menopause with the technical angle, we go for the estrogen checking, FSH, LH level checking, or we see the thickness of endometrium. But as Ayurvedic, when we apply Ayurvedic wisdom to it, we need to understand the woman as a whole uh, person, and Prakruti, Sara, Sahanana, Sattva, Parikshan is mandatory for the menopausal woman. So, the third point to register in your brain is we need to create a specific case paper for the menopausal woman, as we will be dealing menopause in a different angle. So we need to add some of the questions related with her diet, related with her emotional status, yeah, genetically, and those things are so mandatory only. But these specific Ayurvedic questions, we need to add CRF, case record form for our menopausal clinic, especially mean to give her treatment in a better manner. So prepare your CRF for your own menopausal clinic. That is mandatory, and that is according to Ayurvedic wisdom. That is helping me a lot. When patient writes down sudden death of husband, and I've observed that automatically the menses stopped immediately because of the shock. And these all things are mandatory because history taking, according to our Ayurvedic pattern, is different, and you need to add each and every point minutely. And I was talking about how this menopause will be useful also sometimes, because when menorrhagia is caused by the fibroid, even if it's like in a bigger size, and sometimes yes, intending to the endometrium or placing the endometrium, but the patient is undergoing the process of menopause, we can give a chance to our patient to save her uterus, as after the cessation of the menses permanently, that is menopause, the blood supply to the endometrium gets like cut off, and after that patient, even the size of fibroid decreases, and we can, when fibroid is non-cancerous, 99% of the time we can save the uterus, and we can advise and give certain Ayurvedic module to support the situation, which can maintain her hemoglobin level, which can support her rasa dhatu, and which can support even her asthi dhatu by giving Tikta Kshira Sarpi Basti. And this Tikta Kshira Sarpi Basti helps to absorb more and more micronutrients to the lady, and after that she gets benefited of saving the uterus, and even she can have a longer health of her bones. See, this is very important point, because dealing with menopause is not only dealing with a problem, but adding life to the years of that woman's life. So this menopause should be comfortable for our patients. So just third important point, note it down, that we need to understand the phase of the patient, and according to that we can add on certain herbal drugs. Sometimes yes, to support the nutritive point wise, support the dhatu agni point wise, and support to even help to get the cessation in time. So just register this point. For this, there are different phases. Premenopause, it can be 35 to 45, perimenopause 45 and onwards 50, menopausal nearby the menopause 50s, and postmenopausal. All the four phases are important, and all these four phases you need to understand the role of rasa dhatvagni mandya, role of rasa dhatu pushti, and role of proper support of her nutrition. Diet and nutrition are two different points. Hello, but we need to look into the nutritive part also, how the portion bhav or how the nourishment she is getting, that is very important. So rasa dhatu agni and rasa portion, all three points are important for all the four phases. I must discuss here my patients. I have many doctor patients of perimenopausal age with the menorrhagia problem. And because of the menorrhagia, raktakshay, and due to the raktakshay, many problems, I've observed many problems do occur. Even IV iron, even iron tablets, injectable irons, they don't make, they make patient comfortable for time being. But again, the menorrhagia due to the menopausal age, due to the changing of the hormones, and again raktakshay. So these vicious cycle terribly makes women uncomfortable. Being doctor, going through menopausal phase, they feel miserable as they won't. They also have the at the highest peak of the career and lot many challenges to the menopause. Luckily, I have many doctor friends of mine suffering from menopausal problems, and they are taking Ayurvedic treatments with me. I have recorded, I will be discussing about them also. I have I have a record of 50 Ayurvedic doctors going through the menopause. And just trust me, being a doctor, they were able to understand their Agrimandya status, and with certain simple drugs like Aditoda vasica, Vasa, Gurvel, Tinospora, like Cordifolia, Vasa Gurvel combination, Nakeshar, simple single drug help them a lot. And all these phases, we were closely monitoring their endometrial thickness, even pap smear yearly, sometimes 6 monthly. Yes, manual breast examination. Yes, sometimes mammography. And all these things are mandatory because we are dealing with the menopause. And just remember, as our text has wisely said, कि दंतोद्भेद दंत भेदन जब होता है बच्चे को तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, उसी तरह दांत टीथिंग प्रॉब्लम जैसे बोलते हैं वैसे मेनोपॉजल प्रॉब्लम में कैंसर जैसी बीमारी है या पॉलिप्स है that may get converted into the cancerous growth, even hyperplasias है, endometriosis है, so PIDs है. We need to look into the problem root by root, and we need to get investigations done. Investigation is major part for all the four phases, and I've explained already. You need to monitor HB of the patient, CBC, because not only HB, but while see, we need to correlate it with the Rasadhatu Agniman. And for that, if the absorption is less, portion doesn't matter. So we need to closely understand the exact relation, not only for the HB, but the other factors, even RBCs, even so, we need to each and every micronutrient we need to observe closely. And BMD, we all know कि during menopausal age we do the BMD test, bone density test, but always remember relation with the Ayurvedic wisdom for each and every test is important. I will give you example like we see menopausal hyperplasias, endometrial hyperplasias. So the menopausal hyperplasias are like terrible because they keep on shedding off and typical irregular menstrual pattern, then endometrial thickness like increases. Always remember the phase, which phase you are into, pre, peri, menopausal or postmenopausal, and the relation of endometrial thickness. For example, if patient is in postmenopausal phase and the endometrial thickness is 10 millimeter, so urgently DNC is required. So why I'm telling this, when we are looking into the problem as Ayurvedic point of view, Ayurvedic perspective, never ever you have to rule out all these possibilities with the advanced technology. That is my personal opinion. But just trust me, in my personal practice, I always apply Ayurvedic wisdom. But this investigation, this is, you can say, takeaway message of my today's talk, that just don't ignore the modern investigations. I can't say modern, but available investigations, because all these investigations always help us when to stop our treatment, when to start our treatment, or how to monitor our treatment. So all these 3 points are important for these all phases. Just write it down and just study more. I can't give more time for this investigation part, but I will make a point. I will emphasize on this point. Just always, please get done pap smear for the patient. And for that, if you means just go to the lab and just learn how the pap smear is done, and just observe the different vitiated doshas we can correlate with the pap smear slide. So that is very important, and we have done it, and encouraging results are there, because we only see the pap smear, inflammatory smear, or certain like infectious smears, but relation with our own Ayurvedic terms like Vata Viseshan, Pitta Viseshan, and Kapha Viseshan always helps us to understand the smear in with the depth. And along with that, if we have the recurrent inflammatory smear, we need to go for advise the patient for DNC also, for laparoscopy also, for the to rule out the cancer. See, if ovaries, we see the ovarian cyst, and we need to get done the CA-125 cursor test, because ovarian cyst, simple physiological cyst, we need to differentiate of the cyst with the markers, with the cursors. मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि एक गुनेगार, मीन्स हम जैसे लॉ का रूल है, एक भी मासूम को छूटना नहीं चाहिए, एक भी पेशेंट अपने पास से कैंसर को हमें टाइमली डायग्नोसिस करना चाहिए. और मेनोपॉज इज द एज व्हेन we can diagnose the cancer at the early stage, and patient with the latest uh, different kind of pattern of the treatments, patient will be free from the fear of the death. So always, each and every menopausal patient, clinically, we need to do the breast examination. Best time for breast examination is after stopping of the period, pap smear after stopping of the period, 8 days after stopping of the period, and um, with no sexual contact. So that is the right time and right thing we need to educate and encourage our patient to get the pap smear. Then litmus uh, test. Always I keep on doing this, telling you during the infertility patients also. Litmus test, what we have developed, innovated to understand the dosha vitiation. So uh, we can give one smear on the slide for pap smear, and one the secretion from the post cervical region and vaginal region. If we can take the secretion on the other slide also, and put the litmus paper and understand the alkaline nature of that secretion, we can give the proper herb to our patient. So always do the litmus test also for along with the pap smear test. Then some cursors like CA125. There are many cursors to understand, but for ovarian different growths, CA125 is a nicer test, and even serum insulin level, glycosylated hemoglobin, thyroid test, serum prolactin level. I had a patient with, uh, I have many patients with the secretions, means breast secretions. But we need to differentiate these breast secretions. Even we can take the smear of the breast secretion also, along with the palpitation of the breast. If even if we don't palpate the gland or any thing palpable growth in the breast, but this secretion, if we squeeze the nipple a slight harder in a menopausal age, we can observe secretions, and those secretions can be related with the prolactin level. We need to get done the serum prolactin test, and again MRI of brain, because sometimes the tumor, anterior pituitary gland tumor, can cause this increased secretion during the menopausal age. So take away message, please, please, please don't miss the investigation part. Each and every menopausal woman, PV examination, PAS examination, any growth, polyp, any change in the color, Bartholin gland status, even lower abdominal examination, each and every point is mandatory. And then we can give any treatment, but we should not miss any harmful thing that can cause major trauma to that menopausal woman. So before starting the menopausal clinic, we need to understand all these things. See, natural menopause, many patients say, I don't experience anything, and one fine day my menses stop. Still, this natural menopause also can cause certain problems in latter age. So always educate them that you need to get done detoxification and supplementation according to Ayurvedic pattern. So in our Ayurvedic menopausal clinic, we need to set a pattern for each and every menopausal woman, maybe natural. For my patients, I have developed a pattern. Like I always give them Abhyanga, Svedan, Tiktakshira Sarpi Basti, 4 Tiktakshira Sarpi Basti plus 1 Niruha Basti, set of these 5 bastis for 3 consecutive months or cycles, that help for the health of their bones. And even certain problems menopausal women are anxious for, like melasma or darkening of the facial skin or thinning of the hair. So after this Tiktakshir Sarpibasti, we have recorded that these problems also reduces, and that helps patient to have a qualitative sleep also. So even if it is natural, we should set certain our own clinics protocol for this menopausal woman. I've set up specifically Tik Tak Shir Sarpi Basti. Even Nasya and the other partners are there, but Tik Tak Shir Sarpi formula will help you a lot, because this is after my experience based, and I've done a lot of study along with the bone means BMD test, and patients like have improved from osteoporosis also. Means even the osteoporosis changes due to menopause have started, but after the Takshir Sarpibasti, patients got good results. So you can take this formula straight away. Then premature ovarian failure. I have seen many patients of premature ovarian failure, and the patients are increasing nowadays because of stress, because of the lifestyle, because of the pollution, because of certain dietary contents. I have seen in these malls, we get the product, the food items, which is they are it's seedless grapes or kind of food items, and people are salad soups due to the for the weight loss, because weight gain is also a major problem in this menopausal age. So many women try for these dietary modules. Just ask history, and if they are following this dietary module, they get many problems related with this, and the premature ovarian failure is common with these dietary habits. And certain hormonal assessment is mandatory, of course, but always ask for the diet history with this premature ovarian failure. Any cessation of permanent cessation of the menses, or if she's not getting periods for more than 10 to 12 months, we need to get investigated when the woman is less than 35 age. And even I've seen before conception also, some of my patients got means had to fight with this premature ovarian failure. So sometimes it's reversible, sometimes it's irreversible, and I've given Suvarna Kalpas for these premature ovarian failure, and they responded well. Specifically, Suvarna Malini Vasanta has good results. And just remember, the Suvarna Kalpas, we should not give more than 10 days continuously. That is also my observation. And this study done by our Savrikar sir. So just go through Savrikar sir's research papers for Suvarna Kalpa. So, and sometimes surgical menopause after hysterectomy. Yes, surely we need to take care when sometimes we cannot save uterus. Sometimes patient come after the surgical means removal of the uterus, and sometimes ovaries are there, sometimes ovaries are not there. So many complexities of the hormones, emotional, psychological, physical, metabolical, metabolism related problems with that surgical menopause after removal of the uterus surgically. And for them also, we have many options with Ayurvedic treatments. And certainly certain Yapan Basti helps patient because they have low backache, knee pain, sciatica pain, so many kind of pains. And for that pains, we have great options like Pindasved, even Vidagni treatment, and that helps patients symptomatically. Yes, it's irreversible as it's already surgical menopause, but symptomatically patient feels better. And I've observed that Shirodhara also helps. Brahmi Tel Shirodhara certainly helps patient to get acquainted with the situation which is really irreversible. So surgical menopausal patients also, many patients we are getting many patients because even hysterectomy is quite common nowadays. So with our Ayurvedic menopausal clinic, we should have some special section, special day for this surgical menopausal woman. So we can make a group of these patients and they can exchange their thoughts. I always believe and trust in my menopausal clinic that group of, and nowadays so we can do it online, so it's easier one. So they can have interaction and we can give some yogic even asana along with our panchakarma models, along with our herbal treatments. Some pranayam also are helpful, especially when patient is having menopause, like induced menopause. We need to understand this concept also, because see, these are the practical concept. From my practice I have derived this uh, titles, surgical induced, because if the patient is suffering from endometriosis, certain uh, allopathic drugs are given by the gynecologist for stopping of the menses temporarily, and so the endometrium gets healed up. And even Mirena is the line of treatment, choice of the treatment when they want to save the uterus. The Mirena is induced, introduced in the uterus, and because of that, scanty menses or menopause, the patient always suffer from the stopping of the menses. During the period, the treatment protocol should be different. We should understand the patient going through certain hormonal disasters, and along with that, we should not interfere in that treatment, but we should support with the symptomatic menopausal symptoms. So we need to understand it properly, and we need to study those drugs and the interaction of our own Ayurvedic drugs. Um, Even chemotherapy can cause menopause. So, along with chemotherapy, we need to understand her dietary status, and we give proper nutrients to the patient going through the chemotherapy. Even sometimes removal of ovaries, sometimes ovaries intact. So the different protocols for the different types of the menopause. See,